Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Monday, January 9th. We have an informative show for you today. First, we'll be visiting with John Worden from the Human Rights Commission. We're going to hear all about the speaker they have for Martin Luther King Day. And then we're going to be interviewing Melinda Estey, and we're going to learn all about the Smart Bus Transit and an update there. Things happening in Owatonna all the time. Owatonna Today welcomes your suggestions and comments regarding shows or guests. You can do so by emailing us at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by contacting our show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. Leanne would love to hear from you. Meanwhile, we will take a break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with our update on the Human Rights Commission. So please, stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. Well, we're here speaking with John Worden. Welcome, John, to the program.
Thank you, Linda. Pleasure to be here.
So good to see you.
Thanks.
And what is your new title now with the Human Rights Commission?
I am now the chairman of the Human Rights Commission.
Oh, so you have a big duty on your shoulders.
Indeed, with great responsibilities for the volunteer group.
Great. Did you have a good holiday?
I had a great holiday. Short, too short.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because it came in the weekend where we had more time. We felt there should be more time, and it was just short.
And here we are already, the 9th of January. Can you believe it?
It just flies by.
Oh, we better keep track of our bring-up files, huh?
At least it's not so cold.
Good. John, why don't you share just a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my history, I've been involved with various civic involvements throughout my life, starting, of course, more or less in high school, but I've always been interested in human rights and making sure that people are getting their just dues, whether it's that everyone gets their just dues, not just a select group of people. And so I just kept being involved. I was involved in city government, at neighborhood councils back up in the Twin Cities. And then I came here to Owatonna, met my wife up in the cities, and we came together, and I saw this opportunity to continue my involvement, and here I am.
Well, Owatonna, we're lucky. People seem to find us here.
That's what I've heard. It's not the brain drain, it's the brain gain.
And they seem to like us, and they get involved. I think that's just great.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I found Owatonna too, so we're not,
lots of
people
opportunity.
Just come. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what is the Human Rights Commission?
So the Human Rights Commission was a group formed and founded a few years back. Essentially, per its bylaws, it's a sounding board for the city council. And it advises the city council and the city administrator on various issues concerning the citizens of the community, particularly in terms of diversity, but in any ism that might be coming up, sexism, ageism, racism, and how to address those and allow for the community to have a voicing board that they can go to and bring their concerns to and hopefully have them resolved in a productive manner.
Okay. How does one become... how many people are made of the board right now? What are the numbers of the board?
There are seven members of the board per the bylaws, and they rotate every couple. I think it's a 2 or 3. I have to look it up. 3-year commission involvement between time to sign on, swore in, to time to leave. They are appointed by the mayor and approved by the city council. Mm-hmm. So essentially, to become involved, there has to be an open position, and then the mayor has to be notified, hey, I'd like to be on the Human Rights Commission, and then it kind of goes from there.
Mm-hmm. And how would the commission operate with someone in the community that may have an issue or needs some help in an area or whatever? How do you envision the board working that way?
It depends on some people are more boisterous than others and like to voice their opinion. So there is an open forum with every meeting, before the meeting, where people can come and voice their concerns. If people are being a little more introverted and don't want to have everything known about them for whatever reason, we do have an an email that is available for every citizen in the community. And I think the other way, of course, you can contact an individual commissioner just with your concerns, and they can be brought discreetly as well that way.
Now, they're not necessarily judged in any way, but it's just a way that is it a problem solving? Are you in it on a one-on-one with these people, or?
It depends on the situation, but it could be as simple as educating the person bringing the concern as to how things are done here. It can be as more complicated as bringing the offending party involved and educating them as to what the rules are, the laws are. And of course, if it's a larger issue within the community, we do some education if possible, or recommend something, a program to start within the city, to the city council, and et cetera. I've not seen that in my tenure, but there's always the rising issues throughout the country which become local in terms of diversity concerns and education to the community.
So I'm hearing you say you have all the people on the board, and as of yourself, you're open.
Absolutely.
So you don't judge, just come and we'll work with you. We'll help you whatever way we can, or we'll send you to someone who can. Would that be a wise summary there?
That'd be a decent summary, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about some of the upcoming events that you have coming with the Human Rights Commission, some things you have going on. And one I know you want to talk about is the Martin Luther King Day. Why don't you tell us what's going on there?
Absolutely. So one of our big events that the Human Rights Commission in Owatonna does is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast, and that is again next week, this Monday, was it the 19th already? So add 7 days to 9. What is that? 16th. I had to do my math early this morning.
9 and 7 is 16.
Yes, I had to think for a minute. The 16th. And so we start at 6:30 in the morning. We go until 8 o'clock, and that is, of course, to allow the working parts of the community to enjoy the talk that's given by Mr. Bailey Donovan. And his topic this year, what it is like to live in southern Minnesota as a person of color and the struggles of African Americans within the justice system. And so he's a local, he's one of the commissioners, he works with one of the commissioners and was very interested in coming on, and so we have that opportunity, and it's a great opportunity for the community to be educated on situations that are both local and national, and so besides the free breakfast, it's a nice opportunity to be educated, which is one of the biggest concerns that the commission works with.
And how did you go about deciding or finding a speaker for that particular day?
So the commission, through the year, we had just a group of people put forward, some of the more famous. Retired General Colin Powell was my desire, of course, and the realization...
He would be an interesting
interview. He would be great
if
that would change the entire situation, how we present it. But outside of that, Mr. Donovan was a colleague, co-worker of one of our commissioners, and our commissioner mentioned to him, and he was a local person, so we always try to have the local flair as well. And so it just seemed like the perfect fit with the others that were brought forward. He had an artist from the Twin Cities. A couple of them we thought about. One couldn't perform. He's actually, I wish I could remember the name, but there's other conflicts for some of the other people presented, so it just narrowed down this way and worked out well.
And again, just go over the specifics of the breakfast, what time, where it will be, and maybe what it will cost.
Sure thing. It's a free breakfast,
okay.
So it starts at 6:30 and goes until 8 o'clock at the Plaza Marina Grill on the 26th Street here.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Jose is the one who hosted. Jose is the owner of the Plaza Marina. He is, for a number of years, as a former commissioner, values this kind of thing, and so he puts forth a breakfast as for free in this place.
It does take a community.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit more on some progress on some things that you've mentioned. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the mural and the LED light board and things.
Yep. So the mural is an ongoing project. That's one of my I'm trying to champion one of my personal goals. A diversity mural down by the blast is currently where it's going. We're still trying to coordinate with some of the schools and the community ed to perhaps make something for the children to be involved. We're really hoping for that. The not just say children, but the high school age, older adults, young adults, to be involved in this. And we're just having having a number, it's interesting as a volunteer organization, the amount of time it takes for a decent project to come together. And so that's what the biggest concern is right now, is just coordinating it, bringing it together. We have some artists lined up that proposals are being submitted. So that's moving along very nicely.
Where's the area for that again?
Down by the Blast ice cream,
Okay, on
down
the
by the
wall
river.
there?
Yep, there's a
Oh,
big
that'll be
cement.
great.
That's great. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And the LED project is an advertising board over by in Hoffman to and from I-35 area. We'll have some advertisements both for the Martin Luther King breakfast and just general diversity advertisements for the commission.
Mm-hmm. And you spoke of the ADA. Explain what ADA is and
Sure.
how you're working with them.
So the American Disabilities Act is something that came out a number of years ago, and part of that, the Commission's purview is to review and make recommendations for how we can fit into the laws. And so one of the city members presented to us a packet of the transition plan for the public rights of way, and we reviewed that over a couple months, and we came with our recommendations and presented them to the city December before the vote to the city council.
Mm-hmm. So you really do work hand in hand with the city council.
We
Could
do.
you shed a little more light on that specifically? How
Well,
that
we're
all operates?
required to make an annual presence, at least, just to give the city council an update. So at the very minimum, that's happening. But very often, the city administrator, Chris, sits in our meetings, and so she takes items directly to the city council as needed, indirectly, and just to make sure they're informed of what we're doing. The minutes are public for the Human Rights Commission, and so the city council, of course, reads those and keeps some tabs on us that way. And so it's a combined effort where we are the sounding board, we're doing our work, but we act under the purview and the desire of a combination of the mayor and the city council.
Mm-hmm. So as issues come in, if issues were to come in, how do you discern? You have to bring all those issues to the board in a confidential manner, or how do you discern how to help these people?
It depends on the situation. So it can be if the concern needs to be maintained confidentiality, we need to address the person in a confidential manner. And until they decide to be public, we have to maintain that confidentiality. Of course, we have to let the person know that we can't act on their specific behalf unless it becomes public, because there's just no way to do that. We can, of course, address certain issues that they may maintain privately, which we can then do. But a grievance to them, of course, has to be made public if it's going to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And if somebody did want to approach the Human Rights Commission, whether it be to help, to shed light on some things, some needs, or some issues, who would they contact? Could you give us a number or?
The email, hopefully it's on the screen here. I can give the number and email. So the phone number is 1-507-774-7341, and the email is hrc@ci.owatonna.mn.us. And those are kind of your first steps. Or you can come to the meetings. We do have a public open forum before each meeting.
Okay, and when are those meetings?
They are right now. They're second Tuesday of every month, starting at 5:30.
Well, thanks, John. We want to thank
PM.
you. Okay, thanks, John. We wish you luck with the breakfast, and we want to thank you for all you do for Owatonna here and keeping us a fun place to live.
Well, thank you, Linda. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Hi, this is Eric with the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. A heated swimming pool, sauna, running track, cardio room, basketball court, weight room, and 6 tennis courts are among the amenities you can enjoy at our facility. We have a variety of membership packages available to meet the needs of everyone, or you can simply drop in for the day. Stop out today and take advantage of all we have to offer. West Hills Tennis and Fitness, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brick Mager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're so happy to have here in the studio with us Melinda Estey. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show.
Thank you.
And you're here and you're going to talk about the Smart Bus Transit, and you're going to give us an update.
Yes.
Before we do that, Melinda, how's your new year going?
Wonderful. Couldn't be better.
You have any big plans for the new year?
Yeah, getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So outside of being transit manager, you're going to plan a wedding.
Yes.
Well, you go. What a blast for the
Yeah,
year,
it's
huh?
great.
Keep you busy.
Yep.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the Smart Bus. Why don't you start out by telling us what does SMART stand for?
SMART is Southern Minnesota Area Rural Transit. And that was chosen because we work with 4 different counties in southern Minnesota. So we thought, let's not incorporate just one county. Let's make sure it's all open to southern Minnesota, whom we serve.
Correct. Okay, great. And your job is?
I'm the transit manager with the agency.
And what all does the transit manager do?
I oversee our 4 counties and all that we do on a daily basis.
Wow.
But I work with 4 really wonderful operations managers who do functional positions. So 2 of them work with are assigned to 2 of each city to work with our drivers in our communities. And then we have a manager who works with our fleet and facilities, and then another one who works with our drug and alcohol compliance from a federal standpoint, and does all of our training. So a really phenomenal team in place.
So a team of 4?
Yep, team of 4 managers and myself. And then I do a lot of the liaison work with the state of Minnesota. We report directly through the Department of Transportation at MnDOT. And so the Office of Transit, I should say. And there's a lot of compliance because all of our positions are safety sensitive since we're hauling a great number of passengers on a daily basis.
So that's your management team.
Yes.
And functional operations. So will they be riding some of these buses from time to time?
On occasion, yep, absolutely.
To get a feel?
Yep. And then to work with their drivers and do additional training and just to touch point with the communities and everybody that rides the bus.
So how does that break up then? Are they for different routes? Are they assigned buses, areas, the functional operation
They
managers?
are assigned counties.
Okay.
So, for instance, Sandy Chatterton is our operations manager, and she works with Owatonna and Waseca. And then we have Kirk Kachera down in Austin and Albert Lee. And then the other 2 functionals do all 4 counties for their functions.
So I suppose you do a lot of emailing and then get together for meetings.
Yes, yep, absolutely.
And
yes.
whatnot.
Yep.
So let's talk about the Smart Bus Transit, and
Okay,
let's
great.
talk about some expanded business you want to talk about.
Yes, we're really excited this year. In 2016, we had some major milestones. I'll touch those briefly. Minnesota Public Transit Association named us the Transit System of the Year, which was a huge feather in our cap. That's validation for the great work that we do.
Out of all the transits in the...
All of the transit systems in the state of Minnesota, yes.
You are kidding.
No, so
wow,
we're very excited about that.
congratulations.
And then, in addition, in 2016, we hit a new milestone for our agency, which was the number of rides that we provide. We were up around 160, I should say 160,000, 185,000. And then this year in November, we hit 200,000 rides for the year. So it's all 4 counties, but it's a huge milestone for us, showing the growth and the added services that we've been able to do. So based on these really great successes, MnDOT allowed us to take on more services for 2017. So we're really excited now. Then we're growing, and we're adding in Owatonna. We added a whole nother bus with the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation and the school district and the United Way. We added another bus for preschool service. So that's been phenomenal. So that's a new bus. It's on the road 6 hours a day. Right now we're transporting about 80 preschoolers a day. So that's and fun. It's fun and wonderful, and it's a great need for our community. So we're really happy to be able to provide that. And then we're also adding more service hours in Owatonna with another bus that will be shared between Owatonna and Blooming Prairie. So we'll do peak hours in Owatonna, which is a huge need. We've had to turn away a lot of passengers in the past. So if anybody has tried to get a ride during those peak hours, which would be 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., we have another bus on the road in Owatonna, so we're able to help more people.
What's the turnaround time if you need to get a new bus? I mean, you realize you're here, and you have to keep turning people away. Take us through that process.
Yes, that is a great question, and one that people really struggle to understand, because if we're turning people away, it should be easy. But so we're in an annual grant cycle. So every year in August, we apply through the state of Minnesota for funding for the following year. And at that time in August, we have to have a fully vetted project. So that means we need to do all the necessary research to show that there is a need, and that if we fulfill that need, that people will use it or utilize the service. So, even already starting now, we'll be getting prepared for the next grant cycle that would be for 2018 services. In regard to adding a bus to that service, that is an additional grant that happens at the same time. So really around October, November, we find out what services will be allowed in that grant for the following year. And then if a new bus is going to be ordered, that process can take the entire year. So for instance, we were granted the bus for 2017 toward the end of 2016, early in 2016, we just received the bus in December. Luckily, we had a spare bus in our fleet that we were able to pull in so that we didn't have to hold off on starting that preschool service. So that's been great. Now we'll be able to retire that older bus that needs to go off the road.
So there is a process.
Quite a long process,
If somebody needs that 10 o'clock slot, or somebody needs a slot to get around, what's the procedure, and how do they go about getting a ride?
Okay. The best thing to do anytime, check out our website. That's smartbusmn.org. Otherwise, call our dispatchers, and that would be the way to schedule a ride, is to call our dispatch office. That number is on the screen, 855-762-7821. That's also 855-SMART-B1, if anybody can remember that, a little easier. And then our dispatchers will walk you through. You just need to let them know, what community you're calling from, when you need a ride, and at what time you need to be at the location. Then they're going to, look at the parameters, what's available in the system, and give you options for what rides we could do. The other option in all 4 of our communities that's fantastic is our route buses. So each city has a route bus, and that circles the city every hour. From most of the cities is 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. In Waseca, we're only on the road from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. for our route. But it's just at those set stops every hour on that same minute marker. And so in Owatonna, that route bus might be at Hy-Vee at 34 minutes past the hour, and you just hop on the bus, and it's $1.50. Otherwise, you can purchase an unlimited route pass, and that's a calendar month, so they're color-coded, and you just show the driver your pass, and you can ride as often as you want on that route bus. And then, you just hop off at the stop that you need. It'll also deviate up to 3 blocks, which is phenomenal if when the weather's freezing and you can't make it to that bus stop, that 3 blocks, you can just hop on and ask the driver to drop you at that location that's within 3 blocks.
Okay, so if someone needs to set appointments, say every Tuesday or whatever at 10 o'clock, and that's a peak time, can they book that through, or do they have to call each time?
Yes, we do allow standing rides. We try to stagger them as much as possible, just so that those times aren't blocked for future passengers. But that's where you would call dispatch and ask for that ride. And you can do that, 6 months ahead or the same day. All of our rides are based on availability. So it's first come, first served. So the sooner you know about a ride, the better to call.
And how many buses are you operating right now?
In Owatonna, we have 7 buses on the road every day, and in our whole fleet, there's 33.
Wow, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a big job, getting bigger and bigger all the time.
And it's so fun, and we get to help people, and every day is different.
You must be doing a good job, because the buses keep on coming. Right?
Yes, let's hope.
Let's talk a little bit about the update of the preschool program.
Okay, sure.
Where is that at?
We've had just a phenomenal time with the preschoolers. It's not an entirely new process for us at Smart Transit, because we did provide the service in Austin and Albert Lea previously. In Austin, we've done it for, I think, over a decade. And so it's in Owatonna, it was great to get it set up with that collaborative. And again, right now we're serving about 80 different children a day. We're growing that number as our route timing allows. And then going forward, we'll be regrouping with that committee to determine, do we need to look toward adding another bus for the future. Right now we have about 40 families on our waiting list.
Wow.
So we know that there's still a larger need. And we also knew that people were going to be a little cautious about it at first because, we're all a little leery with our children to just send them off with an unknown process. So it's been great.
Well, good. Well, overall, it sounds like we're doing great. Great management at the head, and congratulations on being the best.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay. And good luck this year.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. We will take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed visiting with the Human Rights Commission and with the Smart Bus, getting an update there. It's now time for community announcements. The Steele County Historical Society will offer What is the Matter?, a presentation for the History in the Making series on Thursday, January 19th at 7 p.m. at the Steele County History Center. Andre Cohen of AM Horizons will lead a discussion exploring the historical rationale for making the statement, Black Lives Matter. Admission to the lecture is free for Steele County Historical Society members and $5 for non-members. Winter Weekend Out is coming up January 27th through the 29th. Friday, 1 to 4:30 p.m. sledding. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fat Tire Bike Demo at Kaplan's. Saturday, 2 to 5 p.m. Adult Bocce Ball Tournament at Lake Colomire. And Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Rock on Ice at Morehouse. And Sunday, 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Family Ice Fishing at Lake Colomire. Alina Health will award grants to community nonprofits and local government organizations who submit ideas for bringing people together through healthy activities. The purpose of a Neighborhood Health Connection grant is to support ongoing activities that promote social connections among the same group of adults through healthy eating and physical activity. Online applications will be accepted from January 2nd through 5 p.m. on February 1st. Grantees will be notified of decisions via email on February 17th. Questions can be directed at Natalie Ginter at 507-977-2562 or by email to natalie.ginter@alina.com. Skating at Morehouse is opened. It opened on December 28th, and the hours are Monday through Friday, 3 to 9:30 p.m., Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., Sundays, 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., and on no school days from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Family bonfires are held Saturday evenings at 5:30 p.m. Skate and cross-country ski rentals available in the chalet. And that's all we have for you today, and we hope that you will join us on Wednesday. We'll be on location at the Steele County Courthouse, and we'll be visiting with the Owatonna High School mock trial team, and we're dedicating the whole show. You won't want to miss this. Meanwhile, you have a great day, and we'll see you on Wednesday.